Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Glass Seats. This is Viddy.
And my name is Mrinal, and in this episode, we are breaking down our worst trades from the trade deadline. This is, in our opinion, what the worst trade is.
Yeah.
Caveat, we are recording this on Thursday, March 6th, so a few hours to go before the actual trade deadline.
Yeah.
So if someone really boofs it tomorrow, we don't know.
Yeah, it'll be hard to say, but based on what we have in front of us right now, these are our... They're not even predictions. They're opinions.
Yeah, opinions on what we think the worst is.
Yeah. How about you start this time?
I am starting with two teams that are totally not in the playoffs. The Nashville Predators and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Predators acquire Michael Bunting for a 2026 fourth-round pick from Pittsburgh for defenseman Luke Schenn and forward Tommy Novak.
What do you not?
What the fuck are both of you doing? Neither of you are in the playoffs. Why are you trading at all?
Yeah. So you think this is just a pointless trade?
Yeah, like what the fuck, guys?
Okay. I mean,
this couldn't wait for the offseason?
Hey, maybe they just wanted to feel like they were playoff teams again.
Yeah.
Remember when these two teams played in the Cup final?
Yeah. This screams we're used to trading right now.
We're
we feel
relevant.
Weird.
Yeah.
And this is a dubious I gotta fidget with the team trade.
You think?
Yeah. Like, okay. I can get why Nashville wants Michael Bunting for next year.
Right.
Like, yeah, he's kind of young, upcoming. You could inject that youth. What, Pittsburgh doesn't need that?
Pittsburgh's season is lost, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you don't need Bunting next year? Why are you getting rid of Bunting?
Oh, I don't know.
And then,
do you suspect them to? Because they're even shopping Erik Karlsson. He might have been shopped by the time this episode has come out.
Yeah, shop Erik Karlsson all you want, but you keep your young, exciting players, right?
Got it. So you're saying like
both of these teams are rebuilding,
right?
Why are you?
Well, is Nashville really rebuilding? Do they have a choice here?
Yeah, well, they got to retool or whatever. Yeah. At least they need to change something for next season, right? So I get why Nashville wants Michael Bunting. I feel like Pittsburgh should have kept them. But what's Pittsburgh going to do with Luke Schenn and Tommy Novak?
Exist.
Yeah, this could have waited for like August 1st.
Yeah,
come on, guys.
A very underwhelming.
Yeah,
this is underwhelming because this is underwhelming for major league players because there's obviously like minor league players thrown around. All NHL fans think they're funny and they're like blockbuster.
Yeah.
This is not one of those things.
Well, I mean, trade deadline is the most expensive time of year to make a trade.
Right.
Prices are inflated, so neither one of these teams needs to be paying inflated prices. The fuck are you doing, guys?
Okay, fair enough. With that context, I believe all that. For mine, I'll try to pick a more relevant one because I guess I didn't know that was part of the criteria. But
hey, you just said what's the worst one. To me, that's the worst one.
Okay, you know what? Fair. Yeah. But I don't even know if I want to call this the worst one, but it's an overpay in my opinion. And I think Tampa overpaid for the Bjorkstrand, Yanni Gourde acquisitions. Yanni Gourde, he's obviously proven himself with the team. He was part of the two Stanley Cup runs. Yeah. Key depth player along with Johnson and Palat. Obviously, they're not like back on the team, but when you have Bjorkstrand, I think he falls in as a depth player very well. He might have been one of the main guys on Seattle these past few years, but on this Tampa team that's stacked the way this is, it's not the case. But the fact that they gave up not just one but two firsts for it, sure, they're conditional first, but I'm surprised. Like Seattle would have been like, "Damn, we got a first out of these two guys." Yeah, in my opinion, because Gourde's dealt with some, injury history. He just came back. Bjorkstrand's been streaky. He was really good last year. He hasn't been all that this year.
These are depth players.
These are depth players.
And this is paying a first, second, and third for Tanner Jeannot.
Yeah,
you're doing it again.
Yes, yeah, and that's what I mean by like this is Tampa going all in again. But like, guys, you don't have to pay that much. Yeah. We understand you get Jake Gensel for $9.5 million because of your great state taxes and
your palm trees
and sunshine and shit. But like, stop giving away all your picks. You didn't need to. Like, Seattle would have been stupid not to take this, right?
Yeah.
Like, and Seattle. A comment I saw somewhere where it's like, Seattle doesn't need to rebuild; they just need to keep building.
Yeah.
You have
first? Yeah, great.
Yeah, you have injected steroids into Seattle's rebuild or keep building plan. Like why? You did not need to pay this much.
And it's not for this year, it's for next year and the year after. And I don't know about 27, but I know 26 is supposed to be a strong draft.
Right. Yeah. Obviously it's a conditional. I don't know what the conditions are of these things, but it sucks that they lost Michael Easimont. He was actually like a pretty good depth player, but like,
but if you're upgrading it for Gordon Bjorkstrand.
Yeah, that's a pretty good upgrade.
Yeah. And I think someone like Easimont is going to do well in Seattle.
Yes,
like we've seen Capo Caco fit in there and stuff. Yeah,
and I like the fact that Seattle is not like fully blowing it up. They're making smart moves. Like again, Seattle would have been stupid not to take Seattle, in my opinion.
This was a deal they couldn't say no to.
Yeah, in long term, I think Seattle wins this, but short term, sure. Like if Tampa's trying to win right now, great. Like but like if things suddenly like fall off tomorrow,
or Tampa gets bounced in the first round,
right? Like then it's just like, bro, what did you? And what have you done?
And we all see it coming, right? Tampa's downfall is coming.
Yeah, I think they're trying to prolong it as much as they're going the Detroit route, and trying to prolong it as much as they can. Because keep in mind, they've been making deep playoff run since 2015, where they made the Cup final, I think it was. So they've been doing some serious damage for a long time, like 10 years now. And if you're making playoff runs, you're not always going deep every single time. And if you get bounced in the first round again, this is
that's like a mid-round first round pick. You just
yeah. So not again. It might work. It's a gamble for sure. It might work out. It might not. But like, I still friggin' think they overpaid way too much for this.
Yeah,
for some depth players.
You know what you need when you're kind of trying to prolong your window?
What?
An injection of youth.
Yeah.
This is giving me flashbacks to the Sharks sending out their first round pick every trade deadline.
Yeah.
For
what?
Pieces.
Yeah. I mean, like
Roman Polak. I don't even know if that was the first round pick.
That was a weird acquisition. Yeah. I mean, sure.
Usually the Sharks would send it out for like a backup goalie.
Yeah. I mean, which they did, right? Reimer was on that team.
Yeah, Reimer. And then I'm forgetting who the other ones they got.
I don't remember, but it didn't matter. Jones was carrying that team anyway. Yeah. So, but yeah, like it was just, I don't know. This seems like it could bite them in the ass pretty soon.
Yep.
Pretty soon. And if they win a Stanley Cup, then, I'm just a guy on a podcast and all this shit is irrelevant and we're all going to die anyway. So it doesn't really matter. But, like it's No.
Even if they win a cup, this was still a bad trade. You still overpaid.
Yeah, you still overpaid.
You could have had, the whole point is you could have had these same players, made these same changes to your team for less.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. that is the point I'm trying to make. But, hey, do what you want. You're going to attract free agents no matter what as long as you exist. So, hey, maybe you can afford to just toss away the picks.
Yeah. You know what's better than a cup? A cup and a first round pick.
Yeah. There you go. Basic math, people. Yeah. Basic math. But that's probably my bad pick of the trade deadline.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of wraps up trade deadline, unless there's a few blockbusters to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
So let us know your thoughts on the trade deadline. What was your worst trade of the trade deadline? If you like this episode, drop a like on it. Hit subscribe if you want more Glass Seats, because we got multiple episodes out every week. We're also on Instagram, @Glass Seats Show is the handle, and we'll see you there.
Bye.